My name is Charlotte and I work in the Historic Clothing Department at the New Canaan Museum and Historical Society in Connecticut. Here in this video, I'm going to show a little bit more of the photography process for the collection. I was working with this burgundy dress that was probably from around the 1890s. It was worn by a woman named Carolyn Fellows Morgan, who was born in Louisville, Kentucky, and then later lived in New York City with her husband. A newspaper article from 1907 writes about Carolyn hosting a large ball in New York City in honor of her debutante granddaughters, and among the attendees were the Countess of Strafford and Mrs. John Jacob Astor. The ball itself does not have anything to do with the specific dress, but it shows some of the research that went into finding a little bit more about the wearer. Her family later lived in this area and donated the dress to our museum. The dress is a deep burgundy satin and features elaborate drapes and pleating on the skirt, and the highlight of the entire ensemble, I think, is the artfully gathered bustle on the back. I also love the asymmetrical pleats on the skirt, which I will show up close in a second. The low neckline suggests that the dress is probably an afternoon dress, and the deep color also means that it was probably worn during the fall or winter. The process of photography usually involves a lot of adjusting back and forth, especially smoothing out the backdrop. Less wrinkles in the original photo means the less I have to edit out later. I love the bustle so much. You can kind of see it a little better here when I turn the dress around for the back shot. Here's me just adjusting. There's also a label on the inside of the dress that identifies a Parisian dressmaker, which means the dress was made overseas. At this point, Paris had been viewed as the center of the Western fashion world, starting with the French court and expanding in the 19th century with fashion houses. Thus, it was not uncommon for wealthy women in the US to travel to Paris for items in their wardrobe. Here is a close-up shot of the pleating and also the bustle, which looks like a sculpture, and then the waistband has a label in it and another interior shot of the dress here. There's also waist tape that is a newer addition that somebody else added for structural support, and then I wanted to showcase all of these teeny little pleats. And then once I take the photo, we put blue tape on the hanger so that we can visually see which pieces we've already photographed when we're moving through the collection. It makes our job so much easier. And these are the final photos that go into our database and newsletter. I absolutely loved working with this dress. It's so stunning in person and in the pictures. So thanks for watching.